Under Georgia law, the workers' compensation statute indicates that an employer is supposed to have a posted panel of physicians, which is located in an easy, accessible place for all of its employees, or at least your employer, the supervisor, the human resource person, should be able to read it to you if you're asking for it from home once you're injured. So the bottom line is that there should be at least 6 physicians on that posted panel of physicians. It should be posted, it should be accessible to you, and you should be able to select a physician off of that list. One of the doctors should always be an orthopedist, a doctor who deals with back and leg and neck and shoulder injuries, bones, muscles, etc., discs, and thereafter the other doctors should be separate entities. One of those facilities can be an emergency room, but it cannot be all the same list of doctors that just have different offices, say. 6 different doctors, first of all. Now, once you do see that panel, you are allowed to select a doctor from that panel. Even if your employer tells you you must go down to Dr. Smith down the road, you can say, no, I want a choice of doctors. Some employers do not have the panel up. In that case, you really are technically allowed to go see whatever doctor you want to see. Unfortunately, that creates some issues because the insurance company may actually have a panel, which they may supply you with a day or two later and argue you now need to switch and go to the doctor that we're providing to you. It's always better at that point in time, quite frankly, to call an attorney to find out, should I go seek care with my own personal physician if there's no valid panel, or should I listen and select from a list that's subsequently provided to me? Because what you don't want to have happen is you do not want to wind up with a bunch of medical bills landing in your lap. And especially if you don't understand the law, that could be a very, very big issue for you later on when you're staring at thousands of dollars worth of unpaid medical bills. If there is a panel of physicians and you seek out care with one of those doctors and you're not happy with one of those doctors, you have the right to switch to another doctor on the panel. You get one free switch. And so you can, in fact, make an appointment with another doctor. Your employer may try to hold that up and say, no, 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 you can't do it. You've already put yourself in with Dr. Smith. But in fact, that's not proper under the law. The other thing that we have been successful in doing at our law firm is trying to explain to our clients that when they're seeing a doctor that really is not a specialist in their area. In other words, some folks may have a spinal injury, and the orthopedic doctor on the panel, let's say, is truly a doctor who handles orthopedic injuries, but they're not spine specialists. They only deal, say, with shoulders or knees. The insurance company will argue, you must stick with that orthopedic doctor. We argue, no, that's not proper because the doctor does not specialize in that particular body part that you may have injured. So we have been able to successfully speak with the insurance companies in most cases and get an agreement to have you switch to a different specialist, whether it be a neurosurgeon, an orthopedist who specializes in the spine if you have a back injury, or perhaps specializes in a knee or shoulder if the doctor on the panel is not one that has that specialty area. The other way that we've been able to get different doctors available is to get our clients to know how to ask the doctor the right questions and perhaps get a referral from your current treating doctor to a specialist in that particular field. It makes the process of authorization down the road much easier when your current treating doctor refers you on, say, to Dr. Jones, who really does specialize in the knee or the shoulder or the wrist that you have an injury in that body part. Finally, we also can request a change in physicians with the State Board of Workers' Compensation. That is, let's say you're simply not happy with the doctor you're seeing, the insurance company insists that you see that doctor, and we are not able to negotiate to agree on another doctor with the insurance company. We will then file a request with the State Board and ask either for a mediation to sit down and discuss the potential to switch doctors, whereby we bring 3 potential doctors to the mediation, the insurance company brings 3 names of doctors, and we work it out. If that doesn't come to a successful outcome, we can ask for a hearing, in which time we will ask a judge to make a decision after an evidentiary hearing on all of the records that we place in evidence to determine if a new physician is necessary. So there are many, many ways that we can, in fact, get a different doctor for you if you're not satisfied with your care and treatment, which many times is the case.